Who do you think wins in a fight, you or Prime Floyd?
Me.
No questions?
Why would you think that I would say Floyd? You know, that's one of my favorite fighters. But yeah.
Today we are diving straight into a bold and heated question that instantly grabs attention. Who really wins between a prime Floyd Mayweather and a hungry challenger like Terence Crawford? The confidence in that opening claim is striking, almost dismissive, and it immediately fuels curiosity. This isn't just a casual opinion, it feels like a challenge thrown directly at legacy. The tone is sharp, unapologetic, and designed to provoke debate from the very first second. You can sense the tension building as names alone carry massive weight. It's the kind of intro that forces you to pick a side instantly. And more importantly, it sets up a narrative that promises conflict, comparison, and controversy. Right away, you know this is not going to be a simple discussion.
Gotta have 4 arms.
I know. I know.
And 6 eyes to be Floyd.
Is Floyd better than you?
Now the conversation shifts into something deeper as Terence Crawford begins to frame his mindset. He's not chasing validation from fans or media, and that's what makes his stance powerful. There's a calm confidence in how he separates himself from comparisons, yet he subtly leaves the door open for a real fight. That contradiction is what keeps the tension alive. Respect is there, but so is quiet ambition. You start to see a fighter who understands his worth and doesn't need approval to prove it. Still, the idea that everything could be settled in the ring lingers heavily. This part builds anticipation by balancing humility with undeniable competitiveness. It feels like the calm before something much bigger unfolds.
Everyone is going to start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. There ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
Now we move into expert territory where the analysis begins to sharpen everything we've heard so far. The contrast between styles becomes impossible to ignore, Mayweather's defensive genius against Crawford's complete versatility. Each perspective adds another layer, making the debate more complex and compelling. This isn't just about who wins, it's about how they win. The technical breakdown starts to shift opinions, even for those who were initially certain. When respected analysts weigh in, it reinforces that this is a serious conversation, not just fan hype. You can feel the narrative evolving from emotion into logic. And yet, even with all the analysis, the answer still feels just out of reach.
I think Terence Crawford right now in the sport of boxing is the pound-for-pound best fighter in the sport of boxing right now.
How good is Crawford?
Crawford is amazing, not just good. He's amazing, and
He said the same thing about you.
thank you, Terence. But I think he should be in the book for
Really? Is that good?
how to learn boxing. You know.
Really?
For me, pound for pound, number one is that.
Here's where things start to heat up in a major way. Crawford's performance against Canelo becomes a defining moment that reshapes the entire discussion. Suddenly, this isn't theoretical anymore, it's evidence. The dominance, the control, and the unexpected elements of that fight force people to reconsider everything. Then comes the controversy with the judges, adding frustration and disbelief into the mix. It creates a sense that Crawford may not even be getting full credit for what he's done. Reactions from fighters and analysts only intensify the moment. This part feels like a turning point where momentum clearly shifts. The argument for Crawford gains real weight here.
Better out of those two, Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. Like he's actually the moving weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather.
At this stage, the focus transitions into strategy and future planning, which adds a different kind of tension. Crawford's decisions about weight classes reveal a fighter thinking several steps ahead. It's not just about taking fights, it's about choosing the right path. Moving up brings opportunity but also serious risk, while moving down could undo everything he's built. You can sense the careful balance between ambition and caution. This part highlights how careers can pivot based on a single decision. It also shows the mental side of boxing, where strategy matters just as much as skill. The uncertainty here keeps the audience fully engaged.
He's a great fighter, and I did what I supposed to do, right? I tried for every way, and I trained really hard, and he deserved all the credit. No, I try my best.
Now the spotlight shifts toward the business side of boxing, and things take an interesting turn. Big fights aren't just about competition, they're about revenue, attention, and global appeal. Crawford's name is now tied to potential mega events that could define the sport. Promoters, deals, and financial incentives begin shaping the narrative just as much as performance does. It becomes clear that boxing is as much a business as it is a sport. This adds a layer of realism to the discussion that can't be ignored. The idea of legacy now blends with profitability. And suddenly, every move feels calculated for maximum impact.
You couldn't convince the how come you couldn't convince the man to slide down a few pounds, you understand, instead of having to go all the way up to 168? What was that about?
Well, my thing is this: he's the champion. I want to fight him. It wasn't the other way around. You know, so why put stipulations and rehydration clause and all these, tactics to benefit me when I'm the one that's chasing him, when I'm the one that want to fight him. So it's going to make this victory.
This segment raises the stakes by diving into the dangers that exist across multiple divisions. Every potential opponent represents a different kind of threat, making every matchup unpredictable. It's no longer just about skill, it's about survival in a highly competitive environment. The deeper you go, the more you realize there are no easy fights at this level. Each name mentioned carries risk, pressure, and consequences. This part reinforces how difficult it is to stay on top once you reach the elite tier. The margin for error becomes incredibly small. And that constant danger adds intensity to every possible decision.
It's a fight you gotta study if you're Crawford. Because Crawford ain't Floyd, but he can do a Bill. The problem is, Bivens a big dude. This is rough because this fight is only a matchup fight. Let me tell you what.
Now we see a shift toward patience and long-term thinking, which brings a calmer but equally important perspective. Crawford's team emphasizes rest, recovery, and timing instead of rushing into the next big fight. It's a strategic approach that values longevity over quick gains. This part reveals discipline behind the scenes, something fans don't always consider. Greatness isn't just built on fighting, it's built on preparation and smart planning. There's a quiet confidence in choosing when to step back. It shows maturity and control in a sport often driven by urgency. And that balance could be what keeps Crawford at the top.
Best boxer, in your opinion, right now? I think it's Terence Crawford.
Many believe it's you. Many believe you're the best fighter.
No, I'm not the best fighter of the world. It's Terence Crawford.
Terence Crawford, number one.
At this point, the conversation reaches its most intense phase as the legacy debate takes full control. Crawford is no longer just a top fighter, he's being compared to one of the greatest ever. That alone speaks volumes about how far he's come. Opinions begin to split, with some holding firmly to Mayweather's legacy while others push Crawford forward. This clash of perspectives creates a powerful narrative tension. It's no longer about one fight, it's about history and greatness. The debate feels bigger than the fighters themselves. And there's no clear resolution in sight.
The only way you think Crawford ran the whole fight is that you didn't see it, and you were smoking that shit during the fight. Crawford outboxed him. He had too much speed for him, too much movement for him, and unexpected to many, he had too much power for him. Even Canelo admitted that he could not figure Crawford out. So give Crawford his respect now. Give this man his just due. He's the best fighter of this era, whether you like it or not. Congratulations to Terence Crawford. Goodbye.
And now we arrive at the final stretch, where everything circles back to one undeniable truth: the only real answer lies in the ring. All the talk, analysis, and debate can only go so far before action becomes necessary. The idea of Crawford versus Mayweather transforms into something fans genuinely want to see. It feels like the perfect conclusion to a long-standing argument. There's excitement, curiosity, and just enough uncertainty to keep everyone hooked. This ending leaves the door open while still delivering impact. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.